Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Nice. 50. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. 80, 80, 80. 61. Matchbox lights.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it.
Let's go.
23 yards on the play.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
At the 47-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check 43. Quarter.
Now a run with Cook. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
All day, every day, any day. Check. Alert. What do you got?
On 3rd down, Rosen. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Rashawn Gary with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready. Flag. What do you got? Check back. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
First down, Winston. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Hey, alert, alert.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rosen, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Rosen. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And Diggs has it. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They'll run with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. On play action, Winston. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
44, 44, Mike, 44. All day.
Well, this may be a free play for Winston. And that one is knocked down, but I don't think it's going to matter. The defense looked like they jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So that last penalty making this 3rd down much more manageable. 3rd down, 4 yards to go.
Mike, you hold this. 44, Mike, 44. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 44 is the Mike. 44 is the Mike. Follow. 44 is Mike. Check.
From the gun, Winston. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down.
Ready. Blue lady. Mike, Watch twist. 44.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Jones. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Wait. Bofo's the Mike. Mike's Bofo. Here we go, D. It's just
2nd and 5 now. Winston. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 21.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. These two teams all tied after one.
Here we go. Middle.
After the interception, here's Rosen. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Back back to the ground, this time with Bell. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Ready? Here we go, G. Get off the field. Let me go. 44, Mike, 44. Let's go.
A first down throw for Winston. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Check. Let's go, tight end. Let's go.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. 14 yards. Good for a Packer first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Winston now to throw on first down. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. After the penalty, it's Bell. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Right here. Cover tight. Hey, we got 4 down. 5 on the 50. 50 was ball. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now. Here we go.
On 2nd and 12, Winston. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Winston. Looking left sideline, it's complete. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a first down.
Ready, blue lady, 44 for Mike. Man, I got you.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers have taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rosen. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Here I come. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Back.
3rd and long here for Rosen. The open man is Smith. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, it's Rosen. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
To throw is Rosen. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 43.
That's another Vikings 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Rosen on 1st and 10. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
50's the Mike. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Hey, Alpha.
50, Mike. 50. Man, I got you. Mike 50, Mike 50.
2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen. It's complete to Diggs. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. First down, here's the run with Cook. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Now Rosen on first down. And it's incomplete. It's a dangerous pass. That's what it was. And it brings up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Where you at? Who's that? Is that yours? Who's that? Hey, quarter. Smooth. 50, Mark 50. Watch the pass. Here we go. Hug. Let's go, Mike 50. It's a party now.
Rosen will throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And now look at him go. The 20. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down from all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Hey, 50 to Mike. I'm trying to collect.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Left side caught by Diggs. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Just like that. Kill. No. Me. Mike. 80. 59. It's been a long day for you. Mike's 5'9".
Hey, Delta.
Mike's 59.
Yeah.
Mike's 59. Let's go, defense.
80.
Defense. Here we go. Check safety.
80.
From the gun, it's Rosen. It's caught by Aguilar. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
And the Vikings first down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Rosen now at 200 yards already in this first half, and he's not done yet. 1st and 10.
Monday.
59 Mike, check, 59.
Throwing again, it's Rosen. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They go play action. Winston. And Winston lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Greystone, travel.
Tighten up.
Try to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Cook. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Packers 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing 3rd down. Here's Rosen. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Blake Martinez. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Check. Crunch.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Following the interception, Winston. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. 4 down. Check. 80's getting the Hayward. 51's the mic. 51's the go.
Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Follow.
Mike Spoke.
God, not ready.
On 3rd down, Winston. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And this is going to be hauled in. Oh, what a catch at the 10. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Rosen. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. They go play action here on 1st down. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check 3.
Give to Cook out of the gun. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here we go.
Monday.
Mike 50.
Hey, seam 6. Hey, check Mike 50.
On 3rd down, Rosen. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, we're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Fielded at the 20. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Ready? Black 25 behind.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Oh, yeah, and here we go again.
On second down, it's Bell. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Blue ready.
Watch the curve. Watch the curve. Green, triple team.
Third and short yardage, Winston. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Jones. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Second and 5 at the Vikings 27-yard line.
From the 27, Winston firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10.
44 to Mike. 44 to Mike. Check. Watch the flat. Watch the flat. Watch the flat. Watch the flat. Motion. Block. Block. Block.
From the red zone now, Winston. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
44 to Mike.
Throwing again, Winston on second and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
44, Mike, 44.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Where'd you go?
Jameis again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Looking to throw again on second down. Rosen. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Mike 50. You, hey, alert. You bet. Hey, orbit.
Hey, check. Mike 50. I'm coming out.
Rosen to throw on 3rd down. And he's able to find Diggs. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Mike's 50. You run.
Alert. Hey, box truck.
50's the mark. Bring it.
Throwing now, Rosen on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Kevin King with a pick. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, and he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Winston now to throw on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. Now what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. Now Jones. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
1 back in the game. That's Jones, 2nd and goal. Well, they'll go with a wide receiver run here. It's Coleman. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it, and the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Going deep for Diggs. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. The Raiders taking a late lead in that ball game. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the play.
There he goes, right side. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. From the 25 on 2nd down, Rosen.
General West. Monday.
Check 99.
Play action here with Rosen. And he's taken down. back at his own 7.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And taken right at the 35. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Elsewhere, Ford Field, they're into the 4th quarter now. And the Lions adding more points to their total, extending that lead. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Come on, let's go.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Ready? White 25. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Let's go.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Packers, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.